Sew Society bucket hat sew along and barrel, and this is the final part. It's actually assembling the hat. So you will need one of your fez-like hats and your brim assembly, and what you're going to do is put it, so you put the opposite fabric out, so the two fabrics are together, and you line up the seams again. So you line up the seams and pin it together all the way around, and then stitch it. And you can always tell it's right, because if you open up the brim you will have the two matching fabrics together. So I'm just going to go off and stitch that. Again, it's at 3/8 of an inch, so I'll come back once that's been done. Right, when you've attached the brim, see, the fabric I've used is very soft, so it doesn't hold its shape very well. It's probably not a good idea, but never mind. So once you've attached the brim, what we're going to do now is turn it inside out. And then you need the other fez-like top of your hat, and you're going to turn 3/8 of an inch over and press it so you get a nice sharp line there, which will make it easier to sew. And then you, see if I can do this with only one hand, you pop it over the top of the other one, again matching up the seams. You match up a seam and then pull it down as far as the stitching line, which is very difficult to see because again it's white on white, but there's my stitching line. So I pull it down that far and pin it, and if you pin it all the way around, you can see how to pin. You obviously know how to pin, so you go around and pinning it all the way around. Okay, and we'll come back to when I've done that. Right, we're almost finished now. We have one more thing left to do. As you can see, it actually looks like a hat now. Now I hand stitch these with a slip stitch, so you start at the beginning, go along inside the fold of the fabric, catch one of the stitches on the brim, come back up in the same place, go along inside the fold a little bit further. If you want to see a close-up photograph of that, it is in the photo tutorial, because I think if I try and do that on here, it won't show up, and B, it'll probably be a bit blurred. So I think that's probably the best way to do. If you don't fancy hand sewing, you can always machine stitch it, and as long as it's less than 3/8 of an inch from the edge of the fez bit of hat, you'll catch the seam, the fold over as well. You can add a bit of ribbon around it and sew it that way, but do remember, if you do put an embellishment on it, this is a reversible hat, so you're going to make it smaller again, and it might not be very comfortable if you put a bow or something on it as well. Okay, so I'll come back once I've actually finished it. I've finished going around, so we now have an invisible sort of join. Can't actually see any of the stitches, so you get a nice smart finish. So that's the hat finished. So I think this will be my normal way of wearing it, so let's try. There we go. What do you think? I get fed up with that way. You can do it the other way. Brim up, side up, bushman hat. Up to you. I hope you enjoyed doing this. I've really enjoyed it. Thank you for joining us. See you again maybe soon. Bye.